Alright, number 3, we want to plot the points and determine the slope of the line containing them and graph the line. Okay, so we're going to enlarge this graph and we can see these 2 points. So I want to go -7, -5. Alright, so since we have 2 points, we need to let it know that we're graphing just a straight line. We're going to go -7, -5, order pairs are showing up here. So if I go left 7 and then down 5, you get this line, or this point. And then if I go +3, -5, so +3 down 5, you get this line. Alright, so we're going to save that. So that is the line. Okay. Now we want to find the slope of the line that we have just graphed. Okay. So you can still count rise over run, but I want to show you some other neat thing that I saw not long ago. This is called slope face. I didn't make this up. I got it from another teacher. I don't remember where, but I did like it. Okay, slope face. We're going to draw all the different linear slopes that you will see. Alright, so there's 2 ways you can draw them. You can draw them sad or mad, so I'm going to draw them with the mad face. So this line is going down left to right. It has a negative slope. Okay, so if you had a line going down left to right, that would be negative. So this is an eyebrow, that's an eye. This line would be going upward from left to right. It has a positive slope. So you will be able to count that rise over run. If you had a vertical line going straight up and down, it has an undefined slope. So that's U for its nose, undefined. And then if you have a horizontal slope going left to right, this is called a zero slope. It does not go up or down, it just goes straight across. Alright, so this is slope face. These are all the different slopes you will see. Okay. These 2 are special cases. Alright, so let me talk about those. Whenever you have a graph, X and Y axis, so we'll call this the Y, we'll call this X. So let's talk about this line. If you have a vertical line, that line will only cross the X axis. It will not cross the Y. It will be parallel to the Y axis. So let's call this point 1, 2, let's call that 3. Wherever that vertical line crosses the x-axis, that will be the equation of that line. This line would be x equals, because it crosses the x. X equals 3. It does not have y in it at all. The slope of a vertical line is undefined. The reason it's undefined is because if you were to do slope formula, let's call this point 3, so right 3, let's call it 3, 2. So let's say we have this point 3, 2, and we have this point down here which we'll call 3, 0. Alright, if we were to do the slope formula here, so remember m y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. The y value is 2 minus 0, but the x value on the bottom would be 3 minus 3. When you do this math, you would get 2 divided by 0, and we cannot divide by 0. That's undefined. So it matches up if you do the math, and you also know it from the slope. So you have a graph that crosses only the x-axis, that is x equals whatever that number is where it crosses. The slope is undefined. The image that you will see will be just a vertical line. Okay, so these are the things that you need to know about an x equals equation. Undefined slope, vertical line, x equals some number. Okay. So now I want to talk about this special case because that's the one we see here. So let's talk about that special case. Now, likewise, if we had x and y axis, this is y, this is x, we have some line that is only crossing the y-axis. Let's just say that this is the point 0, 2. The y value here is 2. Alright, so that would be the equation of the line. Y equals 2. Because it only crosses the y-axis, and everywhere y is 2. Y is not changing. Alright. The slope here, kind of like what you saw on slope face, is 0. Got 0 slope. If I were to just pick another point, let's just say that this would be -3, 2, and I did slope formula, m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That will give us, as far as the y value, 0 minus a -3. So we'll say 0 minus a -3. And then we have 2 minus, actually I put those backwards. These are the x values. Sorry, let me fix that. The y values were 2 and 2. 2 minus 2. The x values will be 0 minus a -3. Alright, so from there, when we do the math, 2 minus 2 equals 0. And then 3 minus a -3, which is plus 3, will give us 3. So 0 on top divided by any number is 0. Okay. So therefore, that's why we get this 0 slope. And the physical image that you would see is a horizontal line. Alright, so these are the things that you need to know about just a y equals equation with no x in it. So, we call this slope face. This is just kind of giving you an indication. Undefined with that u, and the horizontal is zeros for the math. Okay? So, in this example, we could use those points and find the slope. But as you have just seen, the two y's will always be the same. The -5 and -5, they will go to 0 and give you a 0 slope. So in this case, m equals 0.